Hi Flosstube, this is Veronica with Night Stitch and I'm here with another update. It's April 17th, 2025. It's Thursday, so it's Flosstube Day. So I'm here with an update. So I'm going to show you what I've been working on. First is Visit London. So this is my temperature project that I started when I started the temperature game that Jen the Caffeinated Crafter had developed off of Siski's temperature game. So it's taking the last digit of the temperature for the day and putting a few stitches into a project. I'm only using one project and I use a full coverage project, and it's a different full coverage every week. That way I can put a few hundred stitches into my full coverage projects. So this is Visit London. This is by Malishka. It's a kit and I'm using my own fabric, but I'm using the kit floss. My fabric is Rose Taupe by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lugana. This pattern is 100 high by 140 wide. It has 14,000 stitches total. I started it on October 10th, 2024. And for the temperatures for this week, I worked on it on the 10th of April, which was 41 degrees. April 11th was 43 degrees. April 12th was 59 degrees. April 14th was 36 degrees, and April 15th was 36 degrees. So for mine, when the last digit of the temperature is an odd number, it gets 100 stitches. And when the last digit of the temperature is an even number, it gets 50 stitches. So all in total, this got 400 stitches. And I worked on it for 5 days. So now it has 2,327 stitches in it. It's at 16.62% and it has 11,673 stitches left. And I really like doing it this temperature way because the last time I showed you, this was at 13.76%. So I've managed to put in .86% more on it just by doing the temperature game. So that's really fun. Next is Farm Fresh. This is a little kit by Dimensions. And I'm using all the kit stuff, so I'm using the kit Ada and the kit floss. And this needle minder is from Kim's Needle Attractions on Facebook. This pattern is 84 high by 84 wide. Oh, this is 14 count Ada. And it's white. This is 7,056 stitches total. I started it on April 9th, 2025. And I'm trying to figure out the last. It's the 17th. So I guess the last time I showed you it had 200 stitches in it. Now it has I think since the last time I showed you, I put in 376 more stitches. So now it has 576 stitches in it. It's at 8.16%. My contacts are a little weird. It's at 8.16% done, and it has 6,480 stitches left. I've been setting little goals for it, so like the first goal was to finish the window on the top of the truck, which I think was last time. Last time I showed it in the Flosstube video, that was the goal. Then I set a goal to finish the chicken, which I did. And then I set another goal to finish the truck door here. And then now my goal is to finish the carrots in the back of the truck, which I'm still working on. This one is Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery's Arctic Animals Club Stitch Along, and I'm almost done with it. I'm doing it on Ashes to Ashes by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lugana. And this is where I'm at now. I added more of the Arctic, word Arctic, and I added some of the ribbon border and then the petite treasure braid line that's underneath the word Arctic. Did about almost halfway. So this is 166 high by 126 wide. It has 20,916 stitches total. Last time it had 13,755 stitches done. I've put in 152 more stitches. So it has 13,907 done, and it's at 66.49%, and it has 7,009 stitches left. This is the World's Postage Stamp by Soda Stitch. I need to find it in my, there we go, my computer. This is what it looks like. I'm doing it the full version just like that. And I'm using this MCG Textiles Even Weave 28 count. I bought a giant piece back in 1500 and I cut it in half, and I'm using half of it for this project and the other half I'm using for a different project. I dyed it myself because when I bought it, it was just plain white or cream or something, but anyway, it was just a neutral, so I dyed it this green color. And what I worked on was up here. This is the Paris stamp. Let's see if I can get this to stop flopping over. There we go. This right here, I had a little bit of it before, but I just kept filling it in, so that's where I worked on it this time. It is 309 high by 118 wide. It is 36,462 stitches total. I put in 181 stitches, so now it has 4,502 stitches done. It's at 12.35%, and it has 31,960 stitches left. I put a goal to finish the Paris stamp, which I knew was going to take more than one stitching session of pulling it as a whip, so I'm still working on that. This one is group therapy. This is a dimensions kit. It's one of their 5x7 ones. And I'm using the, kit floss on a different fabric. This is Veil of the Night by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lucana. And it's this blue color. I know when I show it, it kind of like, my phone likes to do the thing where it does this like yellowy tinge over the whole screen. So I finished the next wine glass there next to the margarita. So the Chardonnay is what I'm calling it. That's what I worked on. So this one is 70 high by 98 wide. It has 6,860 stitches total. I worked on the wine glass. So I put in 299 stitches and it has 935 stitches done. It's at 13.63% and it has 5,925 stitches left. Next I have Stitchers Saying. This is by Doreen Jones, and this one is in the World of Cross Stitching magazine, but it's also on Doreen Jones's Etsy shop. And I found the cover for the World of Cross Stitching issue that it's in. I'm doing this on Fabric Tag Blew Away. This is Dreaming Blossoms by Fiberlicious. It's 28 count Opal Lugana. Upside down. I added the ribbon up here. This is 138 high by 110 wide. It has 15,180 stitches total. I put in 249 stitches. It has 3,667 stitches in it right now. It's at 24.16% and it has 11,513 stitches left. And my goal was to finish the ribbon, which I'm still working on. It's this ribbon here, and I changed it to blue. Okay, this thing is a piece of fabric I'm going to show you that I matched up for one of my Stitch Mania pulls. So last video I posted was a Flosstube extra, and I showed you what projects I was going to be working on for Stitch Mania. So I've written them all down in that video, and I have been slowly pulling fabric for them. And by slowly, I mean I've only picked one. The other one I don't have. Like, I picked two, but the other one I don't have yet, because I'm just going to get a piece of white Lugana because I don't have just plain white, so I have to get it. But this one, hang on. So this is Jingle Bells. So this is the pattern I pulled the fabric for. It's, the design is, hang on. I can choose, okay. All right, so the design is going to be 75 high by 73 wide. I'm going to do it on 32 count over 2, so it's going to be 16 count. So when I'm done with it, the design will be 4.68 inches by 4.56 inches. So I figured out that with a margin of 3 inches on all sides, I would need a fabric size of at least 10.68 inches by 10.56 inches. That would be the margin. So I had a piece of 13 by 18 count fabric that I pulled. So that is going to be this here that is called Queen Crepe Myrtle by Fiberlicious. And it's 32 count Lugana. And it doesn't have any colors in the pattern that will blend in with it. It's like a pinkish green kind of fabric color, and I did a floss toss off screen, so all the colors will show up on it. I had another contender for this pattern, but there's like a really light color. What color was it? It was 3747, I think. Yeah. It was for the shading on the words. And the other fabric I pulled that was gonna blend in. So this one, it won't blend in, so I'm choosing this one for that pattern. And the other pattern that I pulled fabric for that I haven't bought or anything, it's just gonna be 32 count white Lugana. It's the Blackwork bookmarks. And I want, the Blackwork bookmarks are actually using different colors of DMC thread, and so I felt like I probably needed just white so that the colors would show up, because I think my fabrics are too crazy for that pattern. So I was just gonna get one piece of 13 by 18 because the bookmarks are like 7 inches by like 4 inches, so I could do one, like if I hold the fabric vertically, I can do one bookmark on each side vertically, and that should work. So I will probably just get that from my LNS at some point. This next piece I worked on is by Jan Lynn. It's Lighthouse. I'm doing it on pressed petals by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lugana. And it is here. It's 52 high by 55 wide. It has 2,860 stitches. I put in 200 stitches, so now it has 407 stitches in it. It's at 14.23%. And I worked a lot of the white here. I worked in the cloud, and then I put in more blue over here, and then I started more of this like coppery color to fill in the lighthouse. So it has 407 stitches now. It's at 14.23% and it has 2,453 stitches left. Sorry if I said that already. My goal was to put 200 more stitches in, which I finished that on April 13th, so I finished my goal. Alright, so as you know, I finished my bacon and eggs, and I wanted to FFO that. Like, I don't want to wait too long to do that because I tend to do that sometimes, and it's like, but why? So I'm going to do that. And I've decided I wanted a mill hill kit to work on, like, just always have one. So I realized I wasn't doing that. So I'm going to do this mill hill town square that I've had in my stash. I'm gonna start this one. I have to sort all the floss, but I'm gonna do that. And then I wanna FFO this fox here too. Day number 8, because I've been putting that off as well, and I should not do that. The last thing I want to show you is my Christmas Advent Calendar, day number 9. I'm working on it. I think I almost have all the cross stitches done. I was gonna change the ornaments in the tree or the lights. There's one more color of light that goes in the tree, and I was gonna use Krynic. And then there's white that goes in between these little squares here where you can still see the fabric. I'm going to use Krynic as well for that. Two different colors of Krynic. One is like purpley and the other one is like a white. Because I know the fabric's already sparkly, but I wanted more sparkly. So, oh, the fabric is, I think it's called Maldives. Yeah, it's by Fiberlicious. It's 28 count Opal Lugana. And this needle minder is from a company that I don't think exists anymore. So, yeah. It was called No Name Needle Minders, and it was on Facebook, but I don't think she's doing that anymore. So, but it's a little wooden, Little Women book cover. Let's see. So, this is 44 high by 25 wide. It's 1,100 stitches total. I have put in 430 stitches, so now it has 556 stitches done. It's at 50.55% and it has 544 stitches left. So I do count the back stitch as stitches, so if it looks like there aren't that many stitches left, because it probably doesn't, that would be why. Because the back stitch will account for another half of the pattern. So that is that. And I have it on my Q-snap because I'm trying to finish it today. The only project I did not get to was CSI. I think I figured out that if I don't, like, because I have it on these papers, right? If I don't get to it, I'll put it back in the whip shaker for, like, now. Because it's not like I'm going to be annoyed that it got pulled again because I didn't work on it. So that's my new thing with that. Because I think before I was just like, I'll just work on it this next week again or something, but I was like, no, I'll just leave it to chance. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is my saving shopping thing from Siski Stitches. And I worked on Visit London for my full coverage thing this week. So I put in 400 stitches on Visit London. Yeah, this way is better. So last time I had 60 skeins that I still needed to save for, and the total was 8,400. So we're gonna update that now. So I have 56 skeins left because now I have 5,600 stitches left. And then the total is also going to go down by 400. So the total is now 8,000. And then I'll update the paper board. $8,000. Yay. Okay, that's really fun. Alrighty. Okay, let's leave that there for now. I'm gonna show you this. I got this from my LNS. It's another Buttons and Beads Main Street spring series. It's the Butcher Shop, and I thought this was adorable. There's a dog waiting outside the butcher shop. He's the button. It's so cute. And in here, it looks like he's wearing sunglasses. I think that's just his fur, but I'm gonna pretend he's wearing sunglasses because he's a cool dog. Okay. I am going to put some stuff in the shaker and then I'll come back and we'll shake for my project. Alright, I put my whips in here, so we're gonna, including CSI, so I'm gonna shake. Gotta get this so I can put this down quietly. Flamingo. I think I might have to restart this. I was thinking about it and I'm like, yeah, I should probably get a bigger fabric. So I am going to pull again. Punch today. Okay, we have that. Post snap. Drink some coffee. Halloween pumpkins. I need one more. Wine and desserts. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do instead of cracking my knuckles, pulling the whips now, I'll change the shaker out to my temperature papers, and then I'll pull those. Pull one for that, because that's what I wanted to do last time and I did not. So I'm gonna pause and I will come back. Okay, so we're gonna pull one full coverage for my temperature stitching this week. Stanley. Okay, now I'm gonna go get all of my projects and I will come back to show you. All right, these are the whips that I pulled. So the first one is, if I can get it out of the sheet protector, Punch Today. This is by Stitchspiration. This is in the Heroes and Villains edition of the Mr. X Stitch magazine, and I am changing the colors of the paint splotches to be red, white, and blue. This is done on Neverland by Fiberlicious. It's 28 count Opal Lugana. And I have this much done on it. This one is Halloween Pumpkins. This is by Peacock and Fig, and it was a free pattern. I think you can still get it on her website, peacockandfig.com. And it's done on Persephone. It's 28 count Opal Lugana by Fiberlicious. And this is what I have right now. Sorry, the crease is there. Once I get more stitched on it, it won't matter. But I feel like when I just start something and I take it out of the bag, the crease makes it hard to see my stitches. Okay, this next one is by Spruce Craft Co. This is called Post Nap, and I'm doing it on Fiberlicious 32 count Lugana, Singing in the Rain. And this is where I got to. Stuff sticking together. This is Stanley. This is by Ellen Schinderman. And this is out of the Heroes and Villains X Stitch magazine by Mr. X Stitch. And I think technically it's called Excelsior, but I call it Stanley because it's Stanley. So this is a piece of 25 count Lugana that I dyed, and I'm doing this in a diagonal because I wanted to try a diagonal, and this is very small, so I thought if I try it and I hate it, it won't matter because it won't be like I have to diagonal for like 200,000 stitches. I'll just have to diagonal for this itty bitty amount of time. So, but I am okay with it so far, so And this is Wine and Dessert. This is by Soda Stitch, and this is what it looks like, and I'm doing it like this. Doing it on Jadeite by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lugana. And that's what I have. I feel like I need to pick a section and like finish an item or something, because I feel like I've kind of been all over the place, which is my MO, but I feel like sometimes I get to the point where I'm like, I need to just, like, I want to finish a section of something, so I feel like I'm at that point now with this project. Okay, and this one is In the Moment. This is a Dimensions kit, and I'm not using kit fabric or kit floss because I got rid of the kit floss because I thought I was not going to stitch it because I was frustrated, so I'm using DMC. Artwork is Daphne Brissonette is the artist. Here. I'm doing it on Daydream by Fiberlicious. It's 28 count Lugana. And this is what I have. I started in the middle and I went up, so it's where like the E and the life is on the pattern. That's this here. Or maybe, yeah, no, that's right. Because the middle is like right here, so it's like this thing. Yeah, anyway. Okay, those are all the whips and the temperature. So I'm gonna put new starts in here, which I should have done after. Yeah, I should have done that, but I didn't, so I'm gonna put new starts in here and I'll come back. Fourth of July rules. Dr. House, MD. Sea to Shining Sea. Woman on exercise bike. Keep calm and stitch on. Where to put this? Okay. I'm going to find the digital mock-ups of the ones that I have digital mock-ups of, and then I'll pause and go get the physical ones, but I thought I would do the digital ones first because I feel like it. This is Woman on Exercise Bike. This is by Diana70. I found this on Etsy a really long time ago. I think it was one of the first patterns that I bought, and I think when I did actually try to start it, but I think I decided it was too big because I was gonna do, I put it on a 32 count Lugana and I was gonna do it over 2, but I felt like that was a little too big, so I think I might redo this on a 25 count. So yeah, that is Woman on Exercise Bike. Keep Calm and Stitch On is by Bobby G. I've pulled this one to start a bunch of times and have not started it yet. It's one of those stitchy patterns where there's like stitching notions and like a cool saying that you can like hang up in your craft room. So that one is that. And Dr. House MD is a pattern by Natalie Needlework, and I don't think that shop is on Etsy anymore, but there's also no cover photo. But if you know of the TV show House, it's about a doctor in a hospital who's in charge of a team where it's called differential diagnosis. So like it's those illnesses that are really hard to pinpoint and they're very rare, but this team tries to diagnose those types of illnesses, and it's a basically a silhouette kinda of the main doctor, so Dr. House, and then it's got the TV logo across the top. So that's my best description of that. I'll probably find like a poster of like the show and then put it here so that you can see what it like is trying to, well, what the pattern was inspired by, basically. So those were the digital patterns, so I'm gonna go get the physical ones and I'll come back. Sea to Shining Sea is by Pickle Barrel Designs, and it's the lyrics to the America, America song. 4th of July Rules is by Primrose Cottage, and it's designed by Lindsay Waite. And this is the booklet. The booklet style. But it's just the one pattern. But then it has like, you can finish it like this, or it has where you can finish it like individually if you want. And there's like this kind of stuff in there, so it gives you ideas too for finishing. I'll probably do it all together, but who knows, I may change my mind. I may not even start it. We'll see. I love it though, it's so cute. Alright, that's all the stuff I have to show you. I'm going to keep pulling fabrics for the Mania pieces over the next couple days. And as I pull them, I'll show you in the subsequent floss tubes. I would like to FFO my bacon and eggs and my calendar day number 8. And I need to finish Whip Go for the month and my Arctic animals. So, and I also feel like I really need to step up my advent calendar thing because I am slacking behind. So I'm gonna do that as well. But anyway, I think that's all I have for today. So thank you everybody for watching, liking, subscribing, and commenting, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.